At this point, there's very little Bitcoin activity in Kenya.
So is Bitcoin in Kenya a media hype, or is the potential really there?
I wasn't aware that there was a huge hype that there was Bitcoin going on, Bitcoin activity going on in Kenya. There is, yeah, it's hype because there's not much going on, but there's huge potential, especially because of the traction that M-Pesa already has, which has given people the familiarity with using their mobile phones to store value and to transfer money at a peer-to-peer level.
This really great dynamic idea of sending money, and I'm glad that it started in Kenya. At that particular moment, I was much more, I guess it was a sense of patriotism rather than the actual benefit of M-Pesa. You know, like, oh yeah, we just, did this really cool thing in terms of technology, and in the US it's not even there, so I was happy about it. So I guess I was proud of M-Pesa. Yeah, never really thought about the practical part of it. So, but I was proud of it, that it's happening in my country.
The story of M-Pesa is very well written. Launched in 2006. It's a story that is quite well told. First of all, they were not fast to market. Their competitor was actually fast to market with a mobile money solution. The key for M-Pesa has been on execution. They have got that right. This has seen them addressing a significant part of the unbanked population, which is pretty significant, because only in 2006, when they were launching, probably 10 to 15% of the population had bank accounts. So their introduction, they were finding a ready market, so to speak.
Safaricom M-Pesa has assisted so many people because, as I said, you just sit in your room or sit in your office, send somebody some money, you pay him, and that's all. So it's easier. It is a big relief to many business people.
So when it comes to M-Pesa, whenever they go somewhere to look for a job or whether they get it, they don't have to come back and bring the money. So when they are still coming on the way, I believe they can send some money to the wife, and she prepares the meal, because they live in a daily meal. They are not sure of what they need. So I think still it helps, and maybe the parent has no money. When the child is going back to school, she can just tell her, you go and send the money to the principal whenever I just get hold of my salary. So I still think it fits to the community here or out there, because it really caters to the needs that the ordinary person can meet.
So maybe if we can send them money through M-Pesa, for if you need them in the clinic, or you need them to the base, or you need them at the district hospital. If they need any assistance, we have to send M-Pesa. Somebody will call you and tell you, please can you M-Pesa me some cash, this amount of money, because I want to deal with this problem like this.
The best thing is being able to, at any time, anywhere, either receive money when you're in need, from anyone that you might know, because most everyone you know has M-Pesa. They may not have money in their account, but they're within a few blocks, in most cases, of an M-Pesa agent where they can go deposit money and send it to somebody else. You don't have that ability with your bank account. You don't have that ability with PayPal. If I don't have money in my PayPal account, there's no way I'm going to be able to instantly add funds in 10 minutes to be able to send somebody. But with M-Pesa, there's an agent. As long as somebody I know has cash, they can go to M-Pesa agent, deposit it into their own M-Pesa account, and send it to me, or vice versa. If I need to send money to somebody and I don't have M-Pesa balance, I go very near distance, exchange it, and be able to send M-Pesa payment to somebody.
Banks are there, but
they are situated in particular places. So if you want to go to a bank, you are in Kibera, then you know that a bank is in Ayani. Ayani there. So that's why you can go only and get the bank. Any other place there is no bank. But if you walk from there to the bank, you will find even 1,000 M-Pesa shops. Yeah.
You know, I was thinking literally, how can money come in the air? And
something really unique about Kenya is that there's a really strong absorption and utilization rate for mobile money. So people already understand what it's like to do all of your financial transactions on your phone. I never withdraw cash anymore. I make all my payments, I pay for all my bills. Invoices, I get paid on M-Pesa now. 5 years ago when I first arrived, I used M-Pesa only as a novelty. Maybe I'd buy a beer in a bar or pay a taxi driver, but I still use cash quite frequently lining up at the ATM. Now I'm like 100% cashless, or 95% cashless. So that's just in 3 or 4 years. So I think that's unique, that Kenyans know about paying on your phone and carrying currency on your phone. So that's really unique. And also, I think the banking institutions here have been familiarized with like a digital currency, so a virtual currency is not too much of a leap. We're still working with them on understanding what that's like.
I think one of the largest problems about Kenya's financial system right now is M-Pesa. It's too powerful. It's great that they have been able to, there's this amazing system here that a lot of people are able to use, but they now hold this power, and they're now using their power as gatekeepers to let people in and on to their system. So this is affecting a lot of startups here in Kenya who try and pitch their ideas to let so they can use M-Pesa for their business, and often M-Pesa or Safaricom they will either not allow them to use it or come up with a competing service in a couple of months. This has happened repeatedly, and that's not a good thing. It's not good for the economy as a whole. So M-Pesa has been good. It's brought mobile money out to the people, but now it's so powerful that it's causing many different problems down here.
Well, I recently shifted to Safaricom, and I was hesitant for a while there. I was on a different network, and I was just hesitant about the monopoly that Safaricom is creating in Kenya. Soon, seems like they're taking over everything, and it's not good for any country to be at the mercy of one industry. So I hope that there should be more competition. So, but still, I guess I eventually shifted to Safaricom because it's cheaper, and if I can predict, I guess I'll be forced to even start using M-Pesa, but I'm trying to hold out for as long as I can.
I think their technological problems are going to be a limit. There's going to be opportunity for Bitcoin to pick up where M-Pesa is starting to fail. M-Pesa works great if you're sending $10 worth of value here and there. They're trying to get it used as a payment system for merchants, and if today's problems continue, you can't run a business where you can't. There's no paper trail. You don't have any way to confirm that money was sent or received. That system won't work for larger, for even middle level or higher level businesses. And so, as a consumer peer-to-peer, M-Pesa will be continue to be used widely, but it won't be used for merchants. They can't accept where they receive a payment and then all of a sudden they didn't really get the money.
At times M-Pesa always have delays from that you can maybe do a withdrawal or a transfer of cash to a recipient, but it takes almost the whole day without the money reaching the recipient, or at times maybe the money might be reversed, but at the end of the day while the person who was supposed to be sending the money to was waiting and maybe was in an agency or in terms of maybe using the money or something like that.
For you, if you're sending 100 shillings, you have to pay for 30 shillings to send that, and the person who's receiving that 100 shillings have to pay 30 shillings to receive, so it's 160 shillings.
There's no legacy banking system or legacy antiquated technology. When I talk to my friends in Germany and they're integrating with banks or they're integrating with credit cards, they've been technology systems from the 70s and the 80s. And you know, here in Kenya, everything was done 2 years ago. So you're not replacing a landline telephone, you're straight to mobile phone. You're not replacing an old-fashioned banking system, you'll be the first banking system coming in. So that's also a really great advantage of working here in Kenya.
Safaricom may still be negative in a lot of ways towards Bitcoin because it's afraid of competition, but I think it's putting itself in a bad position because you have companies in future that are going to build infrastructure around Bitcoin because it's an international gateway, it's an international payment mechanism.
So I think that if M-Pesa had more competition, they would lower those charges. So I think more competition, and I think that people could absolutely adopt these new services if it's cheaper.
Well, Bitcoin provides the world's first payment system that is completely open, and there are no gatekeepers. So there's no one that can say that. Just like Safaricom, they can say, no, you can't have an account, or no, you can't sell Bitcoin with M-Pesa and shut us down. Bitcoin, there's no one to shut you down. So actually, this was actually a good example of what's so bad about the traditional financial system is that it's run by gatekeepers. Bitcoin has no gatekeepers. So in theory, Bitcoin is the perfect payment system for the creativity and entrepreneurship of people in the developing world, and who have been held out and kept out of the financial systems for so long. So that's where I see Bitcoin as being really important. It's important for remittances, it's important for businesses, because it cuts the middlemen, and again, cuts the gatekeepers, because there are too many gatekeepers down here, anywhere in the world really. But
Bitcoin will provide competition to the existing financial system, where either they'll have to get better or Bitcoin will win. Will get big just because it's the better option. Which is funny because that's Safaricom's tagline. Safaricom, the better option, and I believe they're lying because Bitcoin is the better option.